This is the new Backyard Effects.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Brian. What are we going to do?
Well, I figured we'd go diving.
It's pretty good. The old movie style diving.
Old movie style diving.
Yeah,
Not just old
monster
diving.
movie. What do we need for this?
Well, we will need a diving suit.
Diving suit idea. In design. Got it.
And we need some sort of monster to attack.
I'm thinking giant tentacle.
Giant tentacle sounds good.
Difficult but impressive.
If you attempt this build, you may end up with something that looks completely different because this was a junk build. So it's just parts that we randomly found and we put them together, and this is what we came up with. Yours can look different. You can use different materials.
Nothing down and 5 years to pay.
Halloween cauldron prop, pot lid, brass candle holder, brass thing Brian found in the trash, log cradle, large cardboard tube, miscellaneous sprinkler parts, and nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
Equipment and supplies are essential.
There it is. The diving helmet. You made it. Mostly. Found all the objects for it.
Thrift stores.
Watch this.
For protection every second of each hour of every day.
I used lots of brass parts. You don't have to use actual metal, but I like to use actual metal pieces when I make things. But anything, if you paint it gold, that would work too. First, I cut a hole in the front of the cauldron to put the pot lid in. And I cut off the handles of the cauldron. This is where the side viewports will be. I also connected the sprinkler parts for the breathing system thingy. Next, I gave the entire thing a coat of primer, followed by a coat of bronze paint, and a light dusting of black. To make the viewports, I cut a hole out of the pot lid. Then I cut a hole out of the center of the candle holder. That's just big enough for a piece of plastic from an old clock. I glued in the plastic with epoxy and attached the whole thing with JB Weld. I used hinges to attach the lid to the cauldron. The side viewports, I used metal tubing for bracing, flattened ends of tubing. I used pop rivets to hold it in place. For the neck and shoulders, I used cardboard tube and a log cradle. The way I attached a lot of this was to actually make little brackets out of scrap metal and use nuts and bolts.
Hello there.
Something to keep in mind is that by putting plastic over the viewing holes, you actually make it somewhat airtight and it doesn't ventilate very well. So it actually gets to the point where you can't really see out of it.
This is the largest tentacle I've ever seen in my life. Wow. I love monster stuff. Originally gonna make it out of garbage bags, like black trash bags, and attach them together like with tape, and then we'll inflate it and do the same kind of painting effect, so then you can inflate it with air and then it moves around. From looking around and seeing what pops up in the world of junk, this carpet padding just came up.
To see if my material would work, I cut it and rolled it up to see if I could get it into the shape of a tentacle, and then spray painted it. I attached it together with hot glue and then spray painted the texture on the surface. And after it worked, I went to the large scale, did the same thing. It's just this time I rolled it instead of just attaching it in the center, and then spray painted it. On the end, I used a little bit of fishing wire to make the end of the tentacle be able to grab something. It would be the knife.
This is Marianne. She does all the puppets and a lot of the behind the scenes stuff.
I'm the puppet master.
Yeah. Really fluid. That is pretty cool. Can you bend it towards me a little bit? Yeah. This is really awesome. It's gonna work.
So that's the episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Now you can go dumpster diving.
Yeah, try it yourself. Be safe. Do your best and see what kind of things you can come up with here. Thanks for watching.
Tune in next time.
Cool.